Hey, good afternoon, guys. It's Kelly Kitchens and Scott Kitchens behind the scenes here with Vulcan Has a Fade. Thank you for joining us. We have a special Lyme story today. Not only is she a Lyme warrior, but she is also a indie folk singer. So we have a special treat for you guys today. At the end of this podcast, she will be singing live. And if for some reason the sound is not great, we will be posting everything to the Facebook page, all of our social media platforms, so check us out everywhere. Nicolenya Caltman is a friend of mine, and I really love her story, love her spirit, and love her. You can find her on social media also, mainly on Instagram and Facebook, but you can find her songs on BandCamp if you know of that place, and on her social media sites. You spell her name Nicolenya, so definitely look her up and check out her music. You'll find out that she has made music to help her treatment and live. So this is a great thing for her too, spreading her story and her music today. It's a great treat. Oh, Nicolenya, hello. She is with us.
Hi.
How are you doing? Nice to
Good.
have you on here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that we've been talking a lot about this, and I've been excited about telling your story and you telling your story and sharing your music. I think it's so cool. So thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So first and foremost, the way I got to know you wasn't actually through your music first, but it was through the Lyme disease community. So you have Lyme disease like me, right? So how long have you had it?
That I know of, 3 years. Can you hear me okay? Because
I
I don't
can hear
know.
you.
Hopefully the Bluetooth is good. Okay. Okay.
I can hear you. So yeah. So you've had it, like diagnosed for like 3 years.
Uh, well, I guess it's going on 4 now.
Yeah. Okay. So do you remember like exactly when you got bit, or was it something that was just discovered later?
It's a funny story, actually. Um, my mom had been trying to figure out, like, where could I have gotten this? Well, I was in Texas and I was in Oregon. And when I was in Oregon, there was a big tick thing up there at that point. But not that long ago, maybe not quite a year ago, she said, I think I'm recalling you got bit by a tick and someone told me not to pull it off and you had to twist it off. I go, when was this? And she said, I can't remember. So that must have been when I was rather small, 4 years
Right.
old, 5 years old,
Oh, wow.
maybe.
Okay.
Used to travel across country with my grandmother for vacations. And so I don't know, but
So
as
you
I
didn't
look back,
have like the bullseye rash that the CDC talks about happening quite often. Did you have that?
no, not at all. The only thing I can think of, when I was in Texas, I had a sore that was on
Okay.
the back of one of my knees that did not want to heal. Did not.
Okay. Yeah, that could very well be when it happened. So
Yeah.
how many doctors would you say you saw before you got that final, hey, it's Lyme disease? How many doctors did you see, you think?
A lot. I mean, in and out of the ER and didn't know what was wrong with me and all this stupid stuff I was doing. And um, it was
Yeah.
quite a few. And
Okay.
the clinic, um, I'm, I'm going to say who they are because they are the reason I'm so sick. Me Memorial Clinic in Greenfield, California. It's like a revolving door with doctors. And it was just, anytime I got anyone good who tried to help me, who knew a little bit about Lyme disease at least, they were gone by the time and it was just a constant.
Yeah. So did you ever, we talk about in the Lyme disease community, the specialists that we go seek out, we call Lyme literate physicians. Did you see any Lyme literate physicians, or did you just see regular doctors along the way?
Just regular doctors.
Okay.
I did see infectious disease doctors who knew nothing.
Right. They typically don't. But why would you say you haven't sought out a Lyme disease doctor?
Because the money.
Exactly.
I must have called when I was at one of my worst phases with it. I must have called, I don't know, 40 or 50 LLMDs across the country, and they all denied me, all of them.
Wow. Because of financial issues. Do you have health insurance? Why doesn't that work?
Because they don't take Medi-Cal.
Yeah, exactly. That's a common thing that we run into as a community. Things are not covered by insurance, so everything's out of pocket, right, Nicolenya? And so it's definitely an obstacle.
And at the time, I wasn't. Oh, come on. Sorry. Okay. At the time, I wasn't working. My son and I, we still live at my mom's, after a bad divorce. And all we had were the benefits for my son off of his dad's disability to live on, which was not much. And so it was really, really difficult. I would work part-time online, but not, it was a real struggle to work because it was a job that takes a lot of brain power. And it just wasn't working.
So are you on disability now, or are you still working?
I'm working now. I'm only, I thought I was maybe in remission, and maybe I was for a while, but with stress or other factors, maybe mold that's in my room at my mom's house.
That's a big factor for people with Lyme disease.
Things started happening again at the onset of when I got these jobs. So and then things started, I found out that I was still infected. It was devastating for me. And that was the point, like what I'm doing now, I was worried I was not going to be able to work my job. Something had happened. And I went after it with my usual, the stevia and added the frankincense, and something happened to me. It was I just have not been the same.
Yeah. So how would you say Lyme disease affects your life?
Okay.
I don't know what that noise is.
Everything's fucked.
Huh?
Okay,
well, I guess we're having a little technical difficulty there.
Yeah.
But when did you start? Let's talk about your music. We'll switch here. What inspired you, or when did you start doing music?
It keeps pausing.
It sounds good on my end, so keep going.
It was like one of my sickest moments, and it started with poetry. I'd never really written anything before, and it was all for my boyfriend. I don't know where he's at currently, but
So you were using it as a way to cope with your illness and your life changes that your illness
Right.
caused.
And it was, but it became a real fixation. Like, when it's in the brain, it just does things. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, you will be completely normal, and then all of a sudden, there, I would do, like, it would be like a download, and I would spit out 20 or 30 poems, like, just like right away. And art, there's over 200 pieces of artwork in my mom's house.
Wow.
Yeah, and 500 pages of poetry now that are now in books, and so the song thing started in the middle of that process with the song I have not done yet. I have the tune in my head, but I never thought I'd be able to do anything that way. And being able to actually figure this out didn't happen in, I guess, last year. And it just, I just kept fiddling around with the guitar a little bit, and then I had a little bit of help with the chords for the first one, but then I ended up changing it anyway, the whole thing. So it just wasn't quite right yet.
Yeah. Okay.
So
well,
it was after these things happen after my sickest moments.
Okay. So in a way, it was kind of therapy, would you say? Like therapeutic for you to write music and express yourself through music?
I don't know if I want to call it therapeutic as much as an escape.
Okay, that's a good word.
It was just, I couldn't stand to be in my body.
Yeah, I can relate. Well, good. Yeah, I do art too, so it's a good escape for me too. So that's a good word. That's how I always describe it, as an escape. So I mean, I am excited about hearing your song "Find Your Way." That we talked about earlier is on BandCamp, and you can look up Nicolenya, and we'll post some of her stuff throughout the week too. She has other things, so. But we're going to listen to her right now. And again, if the quality isn't so great, we'll post it again. We have a downloadable copy that you can listen to. So that's exciting stuff. So let's have it for Nicolenya. Find Your Way.
I'm adjusting the testing.
All right. You take all the time you need.
Testing. Okay. We'll try that.
Yeah, sounds good. So she does a lot of artwork to go with her songs too. So it's really cool.
That's
so
artwork. Those are, I didn't do them to go with the songs. I decided that I needed covers, and nice. I haven't had time to do that, and so I started looking through them, and I picked some that would fit. They seem to. Okay.
All right, whenever you're ready, we're ready. Awesome.
I need a minute. I'm really nervous. This is like, I'm sweating.
That is, there is not a problem. So again, if you have any questions about Lyme disease or need any information, definitely reach out to me. Or my husband, Scott Kitchens, and we'll get you the answers that you need to get you on the path to wellness, or whatever you need, if it's resources, anything. So definitely remember that. We can do that at Vulcan Has a Fade for you. So definitely check us out.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Hopefully. We are ready. I love you falling into me, say you love me too. Find your way back to me. Spatial states and sacred space, emptiness inside me. I miss you, I love you. I need your glow beside me. I love you, I love you. Say you miss me too. Find your way back to me. Lay it on me one more time, baby. Keep this from slowing. Find your way back to me before the wind stops blowing. I love you, and you say you love me too. Find your way back to me. You're falling, you're falling. I love you, falling to me. I'll catch you, I'll catch you. I'll keep you from falling. Sail away with me. My heart is your wellspring. I'll catch you, I'll catch you. Say you miss me too. Find your way back to me. Sha la 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 la. I love you, falling to me. Sha la 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 la. My heart is your wellspring. I'll catch you, darling. Say you love me too. Find your way back to me. Find your way back to me. Oh, sha la 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 la. I love you, falling to me. Sha la 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 la. My heart is your wellspring. Catch you, I'll catch you, darling. Say you love me too. Find your way back to me. Foreign one and a foreign land, searching my image of a
All right.
darling, you can have the song. Breaking bread, drink of wine. Say you love me too. Find your way back to me. Find my way back to you.
All right. Thank you so much for singing that for us. What a treat. I love it.
Thank you for putting up with that.
Oh, are you kidding me? Thank you. And thank you so much for coming on Vulcan Has a Fade today. We really appreciate you telling your Lyme story and also sharing, most importantly, your awesome music that can be found on BandCamp, Instagram, Facebook. Check her out. She just sang Find Your Way. So find your way to that song and download it because it helps her treatment. And thank you guys again for joining us today. We'll see you next time here on Vulcan Has a Fade. Have a good one.
I love you, falling to me.
stops flowing. I love you, and you say you love me too. Find your way back to me. You're falling, you're falling. I love you, fall into me. I'll catch you, I'll catch you. I'll keep you from falling. Sail away with me. My heart is your wellspring. I'll catch you, I'll catch you. Say you miss me too. Find your way back to me. Sha la 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 la. I love you, fall into me. Sha la la la.